Hi guys, what's up? So I'm really excited and looking forward to The Last of Us Part 2. That is one of my most anticipated games for next year. But I do have some disappointing news. This is from Naughty Dog from their Twitter page regarding the lack or thereof multiplayer that will not be included in Last of Us Part 2. And I'm going to give my thoughts on this after I read their statement. So it reads, "We wanted to address multiplayer in The Last of Us Part 2. As we've stated, the single player campaign is far and away the most ambitious project Naughty Dog has ever undertaken. Likewise, as development began on the evolution of our factions mode from The Last of Us Part 1, the vision of the team grew beyond an additional mode that could be included with our enormous single-player campaign. Wanting to support both visions, we made the difficult choice that The Last of Us Part 2 would not include an online mode. However, you will eventually experience the fruits of our team's online ambition, but not as part of The Last of Us Part 2. When and where it will be realized is still to be determined, but rest assured, we are as big a fan of factions as the rest of our community and are excited to share more when it's ready. Naughty Dog." So that was from Naughty Dog's tweet that was about 15 minutes ago. So I mean it's disappointing, but there is hope and there is some good from this, because that tells me they have put a lot of effort and time and resources into main single player, and that is a good thing. We're not that far away from launch as well, just a few months. February will be the launch date of the game. But I remember with Uncharted 4, I love that game, and that game does have multiplayer. There was a lot of talk about the DLC for it, and we didn't get a DLC for a while until they decided to do something a little bit different. They pretty much released DLC in a separate disc that you purchase and you play as a part of the main disc and campaign and multiplayer and whatnot, which was quite different. I won't be surprised if they do something like that with The Last of Us Part 2 in the form of a multiplayer expansion pack, for example, in the future. Because if they're donating and putting forth so much resources into making an amazing single player campaign, which it is looking amazing thus far, I have no doubt that it will be a great game, because this is one of my favorite genres of game. Survival adventures, survival horror. Games that have elements of survival in it tend to be my favorite games to play. And from what we've seen so far from the trailers, and there's even some gameplay footage, it looks amazing. So I'm still optimistic, even though there's no multiplayer. That's perfectly fine. I'm still optimistic about the game as a whole, and there is hope for some online form of experience in the game as such. We just have to wait and see. Their decision, I'm pretty sure, is the right decision to make, which they feel is the right decision. As fans, we would love for added material that we could instantly play. One of the key and main things about multiplayer and online gaming is its instant replay value. I have no doubts that the campaign will have replay value, but it's only so much replay value you can get from a campaign. There's instantaneous replay value you can get from a multiplayer. So as I said, I think they may release the multiplayer separately as a part of the game, the same way they did with Uncharted 4. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.